Second and short. Fields, play action fake, rolling out on the run, gunning it to Pickens. First order of business for the offseason is clear some cap space, right? Clear some cap space, get some room to make some moves. We're releasing Awuzie to clear up $12 million worth of cap space. Simply put, that's something we needed to do to get things done. Next, we head on over to Justin Fields. We're going to restructure his contract to give us an additional about $6.1 million worth of cap space. Does a solid job clearing up some room. Was a strong quarterback for us, looking to continue to keep things going with him. As far as free agency is concerned and what we did there, we targeted a backup quarterback. We got Geno Smith as our backup quarterback. Mentor, someone who's able to step in a pinch if we need to. We had a very, very strong draft. Hobbs in the first round, a 76 overall corner. Then we got Kilmer, the tight end, 75 in the second. Rogan, the middle linebacker, at a 73. And those are really the picks of note, per se. Everyone else is more, depth defensive line, safety, and edge on the outside linebacker position. Very excited for the new Madden to have, the updated terminology, to have just the straight edge terminology. Going back to free agency, continuing to add to depth. We signed Sidney Brown, safety from the New England Patriots. We had him on a practice squad, and then they sniped him, and then he didn't play at all. And then he hit free agency. So I figured, all right, let's go get him, sign him, lock it in, add to our safety depth. Even has a chance to start. And then we made a very big splash at corner, adding to our cornerback room in a significant way with Jalen Ramsey. And then we also brought back Woozy on a cheaper deal. Nathan Rourke, quarterback out of Ohio, stud in the CFL, came down with Jacksonville for a preseason, I believe, and was all right. Didn't really stick with anyone, so we decided to bring him in as a cheap and cheerful third quarterback option. Now we head to our defensive meeting, talking to the team, and hey, you told the reporters that before the offseason we'd upgrade our defense. Do I feel like I did that? I just got Jalen Ramsey. I got Chidobe Awuzie on a cheaper contract. I absolutely feel like that happened. You had Jalen Ramsey at cornerback. I find it hard to believe that you didn't upgrade your defense. And I'm going to say that. I feel like the secondary looks a lot better than it was at the beginning of the offseason. I don't care what Ryan Clark says. I don't agree with that. I think I did a phenomenal job. But the team still loses the morale because apparently Ryan Clark and talk show hosts know better. Apparently that's the case. And now moving on to another press conference. They think we should be having a left end position battle. I don't buy that. Between Eddie Wilcox, and Logan Lee, there will not be a battle. In no world are those two competing for a starting spot. Wilcox is our starter. Don't think the locker room's going to like that, and they don't. So in the span of two events, we have absolutely torpedoed our locker room morale, but it's okay because we're going to the preseason with Nathan Rourke rolling out and finding the tight end, rookie Kilmer, in the back of the end zone. Not even Kilmer, that was Lucas Krull. Sorry, way back up. So we're just going back to Rourke. He's doing what he does best, rolling out again. Same spot, same play, gets it done. Mobile guy, decent enough arm, solid accuracy, and again, mobile, can move, can make plays himself. And we're going to hop in here against the San Francisco 49ers again with about a little bit of a 2-minute situation underneath. Take what the defense gets you, run some hurry up, try to burn out the clock. Look, I don't think he's going to really see any game time for us, but hits the beautiful out there for the 2-minute warning. Gets things going, hits the deep slant to set us up in a beautiful spot to try and get a score. Taking the snap again, looking, scrambling, stepping up in the pocket, just takes the open lane and finds the end zone himself. He can get it done. I'm confident. Great play action fake. Throws over the defender to get the score. He can do a solid job. Is the best quarterback in the CFL. Won most outstanding player last time we played full season there. And it's off to a hot start with the BC Lions again this year. And you can see why. Good arm, good anticipation, good accuracy, and is mobile. Now we're going to go back to Fields. Throws a strike on the corner against Arizona to Pickens. Kind of just put together a mix of highlights as we get through the rest of the offseason. Now we're going back to the defense, seeing what they can do against Kyler Murray. Rolling out, scrambling, hammered. Short of the line to gain. They keep driving, and they find themselves in the red zone. Under center, drops back to throw, right over Queen's head. But we stopped them at the 1. They did eventually go on to score. Fields back in the game, rolling, finds the edge and finds plenty of space. Mobile quarterback, gotta love him. Gets down to the 3, and then hands off to Harris to finish the job. We're gonna rely on Najee Harris in those short yardage situations. And with that, we head back to the practice field. And we saw that game, right? What is the team's identity? What can they expect from the offense, which has been less than ideal for half a decade now for Pittsburgh? Well, you see in that game, you see what we did with Harris in the red zone. I think you can expect a physical run game from the Pittsburgh Steelers. Playing Pittsburgh Steelers football, right? And then what would a successful season look like? Averaging 100 yards per game. That would get us to as a team, 1,700 rushing yards. If we just hit 100, I think we can crush that. I think we can have 2,000 yards on the ground as a team, no problem. And now we're going to look at the depth chart. We also got DeAndre Hopkins as well to help at receiver after, a brutal Super Bowl loss to the Philadelphia Eagles. We're looking to bounce back and get into the season right now.
So now it's time to set some goals. Made the Super Bowl. So I think winning the Super Bowl is a reasonable goal for the season. We are so close against the Eagles. I think we can get it done. And we have a media interview for some storylines. What area of the team is the strongest? It is the same song and dance every time. It's the defense. The offense continues to remain kind of unproven. Fields was very up and down. What part of the offense worries? Passing attack, 100%. I don't even think it's that close. Passing attack, 1,000% is the worry, and it is quarterback play. Very much is quarterback play. Fields was very inconsistent last year. Went cold for a while, bounced back, and how do we define success? 4,000 passing yards, I think, is a fine measure of success for Justin Fields. And I've done some revisions for the playages. So we've got 5, I'm going to call them flex playages, can use them wherever. 1 full offense, 1 full defense, 3 play the moments. All primetime games will be play the moments games. So if we take a look at our schedule, we have week 6 at the Falcons, week 7 at the Patriots, back-to-back Sunday nighters at Texans, at Browns. Oh my God. Then at Ravens versus Panthers, and then another Thursday night game in week 16. So that is 7. And that is how many in a row? 2, 4, that's 6 in a row, and then our bye week is right there. So, have the opportunity for the middle of the season to really do some damage there with some playages and play the moments, primetime opponents. Not much else left to do. Team is pretty set. Let's game plan for Jacksonville and the home opener, which we will 100% be playing the moments for. Defend the deep pass against Lawrence. Throw it deep. You got it. 5+ sacks is a great goal. Get Highsmith to get some production back. Continue to rely on TJ Watt. Broke the sack record last year. So I think aiming for sacks and turnovers is the way to do it with this defense. Hopefully Jalen Ramsey as the cornerback 1 can get some interceptions, get some turnovers, and bring this defense to the next level. We kind of missed having a shut-down elite #1 corner. We have that with Jalen Ramsey. We signed him to a 2-year deal. And upgrades after practice. Who do we got? Roman Wilson, Sidney Brown, and Hunter Rogan. Roman Wilson, we will put that into playmaker. Sidney Brown getting his shot to start at strong safety. Going to put that into run support as well. Signed him to our practice squad. He got poached by the Patriots and then never played for the Patriots and ended up in free agency. So we signed him over. And then Hunter Rogan, rookie linebacker out of UCLA, giving us a bit of a contingency plan there. We really need a plan for defensive end. And that's going to do it. So we are going to play the moments against the Jacksonville Jaguars for our home opener. So Minka Fitzpatrick sets us up beautifully in the red zone, and we're going to start with the I formation, handing it off to Harris. Left side up the middle. Gaining ground for 8. Second and short. Fields, play action fake, rolling out on the run. Gunning it to Pickens for the first score of the 2026 season. Set up by a great defensive play. 2 plays, touchdown. Beautiful roll, beautiful play action fake. On the run, Fields guns it. Brought us to the Super Bowl. Looking to take that next step to bring another trophy to Pittsburgh. Well, just like how we got set up beautifully with an interception, Fields tosses one to the Jaguars, and now Lawrence in the gun. Play action fake. Checking it down in the flats. Brought down after 5. All right, we brought Jalen Ramsey over for a reason, and that was to actually be able to play man coverage. And we're hoping to get back to it. Option, Lawrence keeps. Gets buried by Highsmith. Loses 3. 3rd and long coming up. Lawrence dropping back. Looking to throw. Stepping up. Oh, slides well before the first down marker. Looks like, I believe that is ETN. Is injured on the play, heading to the locker room. He may have gotten by Queen, because as he was sliding, we got chipped for a block by the receiver. I don't even think he looked to throw there. Just tried to tuck and run, pocket collapsed on him, couldn't get it. Kick is up, it's through, and it's a 7-3 game. 4th and inches coming up in the red zone. Going with the option look, and it's just going to be a straight handoff to Harris. Gets the first down, gets us in the red zone, and we're looking at more points before the half. And we're going to take over in the red zone because 19 yards to go. And under center, handing off to Harris. Gets 2 before he's brought down. Fields lining up in the gun, takes a snap and drops back to throw, getting it to Freiermuth. Turns up field, makes it 3rd and 1. 3rd and 1 coming up. Fields dropping back. Tries to gun it to Pickens, and it is knocked down. Okay, well. 4th and 1. If you've been here for any bit of this series, or the last one, you know that when in doubt, you quarterback sneak it and you get the first down on 4th and 1. And now starting with 1st and goal, dropping back quick. Fields gets it to Wilson. Gets it down to the 4. 2nd and goal from the 4. Fields dropping back, scrambling, firing to Freiermuth. Back corner of the end zone, rolls right, pulls the trigger and scores. Convert a couple 4th downs down here in the red zone, and that sets us up with 13 points, 14 pending the extra kick, 2-score game. And they drive back with no problem at all. And they continue to drive with no problem at all. 1st and 10 on the 18. Lawrence really waiting to snap this ball. Bringing the receiver over in motion, dropping back. Underneath, Ramsey gets burned on the drag. It's a great start for the free agency signing. And Lawrence hands it off. Inside left side, gets a fresh set of downs. 6 yards to go for Jacksonville. And empty for the Jaguars. 6 yards to go. Lawrence, quarterback draw. Don't know how he got out of that, but gets 4. And Lawrence in the gun, handing it off. Absolute gaping hole. Could drive a Mack truck through it. And they score, and they take the lead, 17-14. Fourth quarter time. Trying to answer. Third and 4 in the gun. Dropping back. Fields gets it to Frymuth. First down, plenty more. Spins off the contact. And in the gun, handing off to Harris. Right up the middle. Brings it down to the 8. Harris, great production, not many carries. And we're looking to go back to him on the 1st and goal from the 8, bringing in the fullback. Running left side. Powers through for the 8-yard touchdown run. And we answer and take the lead back. 3rd and 4. Lawrence in the gun. Under 4 minutes, down 4, so why is he following? He's just got a haul to get back over there. Not sure, wide open first down. 1st and 10 on the 15. Bringing over the receiver. Lawrence fakes a tap pass, gets it to him on the outside, and we miss horribly. Davis gets 8. All right, we're bringing the blitz now. 2nd and 2. Lawrence hands it off. Why is it that whenever we blitz, we just can't stop the run? Lawrence hands off. Right up the middle. Runs it in, parts the sea. And he gets, I believe, his 2nd on the day. Couldn't have been cleaner than that. 2 minutes left. Down 3. Fields dropping back. Scrambling. Looking to get the edge, and he does! Almost gets the first down. 2-minute warning hits. And we got 1:57. All 3 timeouts, so we still have plenty of time. Need the field goal to tie. Looking for the touchdown to take the lead. And Fields gonna roll out again. He's getting chased. Gets the corner. Gets the first. Gets out of bounds. Driving back to throw again. Quick throw to Kilmer. Rookie tight end. Gets 5, gets down. And I'm in this weird spot, right? Need to be conscious of the clock. Don't want to leave them too much time. As he takes a snap, drops back. On the run, getting it to Hopkins. Deep at the 16. Huge 35-yard play to the veteran Hopkins. And now we're in field goal range with 1:24. Just looking to run off some time as we get close to the end zone. Harris gets a solid 8 on the first carry. 78 yards, a touchdown, 14 carries. Great production from Harris so far in this game. Trying to bleed the clock a bit while also trying to make sure we score and we get the points we need. Fields drops back, gets crushed. Lucky that was incomplete. 3rd and 2 coming up. Fields drops, fires, Pickens scores for his 2nd on the day, gives us the lead. We get the extra point, and Jacksonville needs the end zone now. 37 seconds, 3 timeouts. Lawrence dropping back to pass over the middle. Oh crap! Bring him down. Burn their first timeout. Lawrence dropping back again. Quickly underneath. Ramsey helps bring him down. Gabe Davis, another catch. Another timeout used. And there's 26 seconds, 1 timeout. 41 yards to go. Lawrence dropping back over the middle. I believe that's Christian Kirk. Brought down. Last timeout is used. 22 seconds, no matter what happens, keep them in bounds and out of the end zone. Lawrence looking like he's making a play, dropping back to throw. Scrambling, sacked! TJ Watt buries him, and that ends the game. Fields, solid day. 14-22, 136 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. Harris, 14 for 78 and a touchdown. Fields, 4 for 29. Kamara, 3 for 13 on the ground. Through the air, Pickens, 4 for 34, 2 touchdowns. Primary, 3 for 25 and a touchdown. Wilson, 3 for 28. Hopkins, 2 for 39, including that huge 35-yarder to set us up well. Kilmer, the rookie, gets 1 for 5, and Harris gets 1 for 5 as well. Sack allowed by Broderick Jones and Mason McCormick, who is hurt. That's not good. Wilson led the way with 8 tackles. Bunch of TFLs here. Sack for Watt and a sack for Wilcox. Fitzpatrick got the big interception early in the first to really set the tone and set us up for the first score. And Zach Frazier, center, gets an upgrade point. We're going to put that into power. Just continue to give us one of the best centers in the NFL, top 10 in, I believe, only his 3rd year as a pro. I didn't get anything for McCormick, so I'm just kind of going to assume he's okay. Need a plan for Trey Hendrickson, and we have storylines. Gonna like this one. Logan Lee saying that he feels he could learn a lot from Cam Hayward, and asked if Cam can mentor him. Well, what do I need to know? If the personalities match, you'll get the best result. If they don't, Logan Lee will still learn, just not as much. Sure, let's do it. I don't think Logan Lee is a succession plan, but it wouldn't hurt to get the boost. You're a leader on this team. What do you mean? Cam Hayward, you're a leader on this team. Check back in a few weeks with an update. Okay. Solid. Now we got a press conference. That was really easy to convince him. Like, shockingly easy. Alright, how do you feel about the result in the season opener? Liked it. Very happy. Great scores. Who deserves the most credit? Fields deserves a lot of it. He did quite well. He's made 4 touchdowns, scored 4 touchdowns. Fields, solid through the air. Which players got the game ball? Ooh. I think Fields deserves it. Fields did very well. 3 touchdowns, solid ground gains. He's got this. I'm sure your players will have a reaction to you saying that. Motivated! +3 throw accuracies across the board. Huge. Alright, Bengals 1-0. We are, oh my goodness, they put up 42 points. Alrighty. Let's do our weekly strategy. Definitely need to try to shut down the offense. Defend medium pass, for sure. Run inside and avoid Trey Hendrickson. You got it. I don't know if over 200 rushing yards is in the cards, but we'll aim to get an interception against Joe Burrow. Alright, week 2, hosting the Bengals. Trust the team to get it done in the sim. And we lose 31-28. A lot of contract negotiations up. Let's just focus on setting the regional scouts. Your focus is going to be safety, because I still don't know what I'm doing at strong safety entirely. Your focus is going to be corner, because Jalen Ramsey's getting up there in age. We're going to go defensive end, because I don't have a plan for when Cam Hayward retires. And we're going to go defensive end again for the exact same reason. All right, hosting the Chargers at Acrisure Stadium. I think this one may end up being another, currently the 9 seed right now. It is also after 2 weeks, so take that with a grain of salt. Harris up there for rushing yards. When does this storm of primetime games begin? Week 6 against the Falcons. Might play this Bengals game. And then, okay, we have the Browns there. All right. Trust the team to take care of business against the Chargers. Play the Bengals. And then move on. We get it done! 13-7 against the LA Chargers. Have an upgrade for... I've got a few. Fontenot, McCain, and Kilmer, the rookie. We're going to put that into pass protector for Fontenot. Have that blindside protection. McCain, that's going into deep threat. Still looking for a true candidate to be that solid receiver 3. I think McCain has that potential. Young guy, drafted him, I believe, 2 drafts ago. And then Mike Kilmer will just put this into possession as we look to get very strong tight end combination. All right, it's press conference time for week 4. Head of the Cincinnati Bengals. Next question. What do we got? Justin Fields and how he's played. I have not looked at the stats. What has he done well? Solid week 1. Avoiding turnovers. I believe he only has 1 pick. I'm not sure I agree his stats haven't been that impressive. Well, you know what? Still a great quarterback and I have his back. I also don't have like much of a plan. Your quarterback frustrated. You didn't know whether you've been playing well. And morale has dropped 5 for the offense. That's what I get for not being on top of stuff. You really can't just fly through anything like this. 8 touchdowns, 1 pick. He has been good at avoiding turnovers. What do you mean? That was the right answer. All right, weekly strategy. Play the moments versus Cincinnati. Get it done. Defend the deep pass against Burrow. We're still going to run inside because that worked well last time. 5+ sacks, not quite the goal. Get an interception. That's the goal. All right, play the moments number 2. Visiting the Cincinnati Bengals and Joe Burrow, looking to get some ground back in the division. Start the drive by trading punts. Is Harris hurt? Or is this just one of those substitutions? Okay, it is just one of the substitutions. Bringing Kamara out for the carry here to open the drive. Solid gain, right side. Breaking a tackle. Gets 14. 1st and 10. Fields dropping back, rolling, firing to Hopkins. Turns up, gets 7. 2nd and 3 under center. Gonna go right back to Hopkins this time with the sweep. Running around. Can't get the first down. 3rd and inches at midfield. Going to Harris. First down, plenty more. Gets it to the Cincinnati 40. 44, actually. My bad. 1st and 10. Dropping back. Fields rolling. Gunning it. Too low to Wilson. Had the look we wanted. Couldn't connect. And now 2nd and 10 coming up here. Fields in the gun. Dropping back. Scrambling. Throwing it away. 3rd and 10. Dropping back. Fields firing deep to Pickens. Makes the grab and scores. 3rd and 10. Draws back. Fields fires deep downfield to Pickens. And we get the first points in Cincinnati. Strong drive in the second half. In the red zone on the 15. Turning. Handing it to Harris. Bouncing around. Gets 4. 2nd and 6. Fields. Play action fake. Rolling. Getting it to Harris underneath. Gets 3. 3rd and 3. Fields dropping back. Seriously? That's the second time we've done that to Wilson. On that same play call. Just fires it into the turf. Line up for the field goal. Boswell drills it. Makes it 10-0. Missed 7 points right there. 7 pretty easy points. Well, that was a very quick drive. And we get set up quite well with over 2 minutes to go. All 3 timeouts. Looking to add some points before half. Dropping back. Fields way off the mark. Way off the mark with that throw. Fields dropping back now. Sacked. Buried. Josh Uche gets in there, brings us down. Yikes. Still going to go for this, right? Still going to try to get the score and get some points. But looking to, hopefully just not give up the safety. Fields, pressure, incoming quick. Gets it to Pickens, gets some yards. That was an unfortunate drive. But you know what? Pickens has 91 yards before halftime. So he's going to be happy. Stonehouse boots it away into the wind. And punt goes. I just break contain and they get it at the 48. Oh, well, that's a big play for Cincinnati. And they make it a 10-7 game. We are deep into the third quarter. Haven't really touched the ball since. 3rd and 7 coming up for the Bengals. In field goal range, so a tie is very much on the board. Burrow fires. Chase holds on. 1st and 10 on 13. Burrow in empty. Moving receivers over. Dropping back to throw. Over the middle to Chase. What the? Jamar Chase just pinballs off contact and scores. And we're looking to answer. 4th quarter. Down 4. Driving the offense. Guns it to Wilson. We finally connect on this play. And this time we find the end zone to retake the lead. Cincinnati is not going down without a fight. Entering the red zone. Burrow drops back looking to throw. Guns it. Picked by Awuzie. And he's running down the field. He might have... Oh my goodness, Joe Burrow, how fast are you? Joe Burrow was very fast. Tried to get it to T. Higgins. Not happening. Awuzie jumps the route and takes it all the way down. Oh crap, we threw a pick at one point. Wait, no, they threw a pick. Yes! Defense got it. It's 4th and 2 and we're going for it. Fields, hands off to Harris. 1st down. Oh, I didn't even get to play that and they scored. They scored. Bengals scored. They go for the onside kick. They don't get it. We run the clock out. 31-21 victory. Fields, 15 of 25. 219 yards, 3 touchdowns, no turnovers. Harris, 85 yards on the ground. Fields added another 8. Alvin Kamara added 15 and Hopkins added 2. Roman Wilson, 4 catches, 45 yards and a touchdown. George Pickens, 4 for 91 and a touchdown. Hopkins, 3 for 43 and a touchdown. Farmu, 2 for 35. Harris, 1 for 3. Kamara, 1 for 2. Defensively, Joey Porter Jr. led the way with 9 tackles. Couple TFLs, 2 for Hayward, 2 for Watt, 1 for Wilcox, 1 for Joey Porter Jr., a sack for Wilcox, 1 for Highsmith, and 1 for Watt. A pick by Peyton Wilson, and a pick 6 by Awuzie to spearhead this victory. Colts are 3-1 as well. We need big days out of Jalen Ramsey and Joey Porter Jr. Rams are about to lose their running back. Oh, that's cool. He wants out of LA. Do we need an upgrade halfback? DeAndre Swift might hit the market. It's a solid first quarter-ish of the season. Harris leads the league in rushing yards with 342. Only 2 touchdowns on the ground, though. Passing, Fields, 818 yards, 11 touchdowns, 1 pick. So he's doing quite well at not turning the ball over, almost like I said that. Harris, 342 yards, 2 touchdowns, no other rushing touchdowns. Kamara adds 110, Fields, 86. Hopkins, 10, leading the way. Pickens, 267 yards, 23 catches, 6 touchdowns. Roman Wilson, 16, 157, and 2. And then Hopkins has a couple as well. Fryermuth found the end zone once as well. Roman Wilson leads the way with 27 tackles. Wilcox and Hayward and Watt living in the backfield, all with 4 TFLs. Watt leads the way with 4 sacks, 2 from Wilcox, 1 from Highsmith. Highsmith, you're making that much money, you need more. Couple picks, 1 from Awuzie, Wilson, Brown, and Fitzpatrick. So that's going to close out the opening quarter of this season. I don't know if we'll play the Colts game. Save some play just for later because we have so many primetime play of the moments matchups coming up. It's actually kind of crazy. Getting a little bit of a head start and glance at people who need re-signing. Fitzpatrick, Porter, Queen, Benton, Daniels, Wouzier, Washington, not a big deal. Hopkins, Higbee. Cameron Hayward needs a new contract as well. Juszczyk, Boswell. Fontenot, we have the option choice. Might pick it up, we will see. But that is going to wrap it up. We got a lot of cap space, but we're probably going to spend a lot of it on keeping guys in-house. Strong start to the season. Managed to even it out with the Bengals. Currently sitting atop of the division. Fantastic sight to see. Third in the... I swear if Kenny Pickett is leading the Titans to the 1 seed in the AFC. Yes, he is, with 12 touchdowns and only 2 picks on the day. So, that might be a really fun collision course. We'll see how that goes later.